So props to Status Quo News for continuing their ongoing coverage of the United Healthcare debacle in New York. I recently watched a video that you dropped today on Status Quo News with Jordan Sheridan, where a doctor made a video saying that she was called by United Healthcare about the patient while she was in surgery with the patient. And that United Health person supposedly told her that he couldn't see what was going on with that patient. He says, you do realize she's asleep, as in under anesthesia, and she has cancer, right? And she said that the United Health rep said, no, I can't see that. That's a different department. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced freaking lie. I had the ACR call recording app on my phones while I was in Arizona. I was covered by United. It was Arizona Medicaid. Prior to that, I had a United Silver Compass C Plus plan. All of that transferred. All of the information from my Missouri United Silver Compass C Plus through the marketplace transferred over to Arizona. The doctors were discharging me to die from cardiac arrest caused by sepsis, caused by congestive heart failure, sepsis. The sepsis was causing renal failure. Then the fluid was building up over my heart and lungs and causing congestive heart failure. And my heart was having to pump so hard against all that fluid that there was an enlargement of a part of my heart. I said, what is that? He gave me the diagnosis. I said, what does that mean? That means your heart is enlarging. It's just like if you're working out. If you work out, those muscles get bigger. There's a part of your heart that's getting bigger because it's having to pump so hard against. But see, I've been dealing with the congestive heart failure for over a year. That particular year in 2016, over 100 visits to the ER with chest pain and shortness of breath. I was jaundiced. I was severely bloated. There were so many 911 calls in Missouri because of unbundling and upcoding kickback frauds by Mizzou and Barnes Jewish Healthcare, that when I would call 911 for an ambulance, the EMT supervisor rolled up in his truck that said Boone EMT or whatever it was, and a police officer rolled up. Because they were like, why is she having to call 911 2 or 3 times a fucking week? And on the recording, you hear that EMT supervisor telling the police, look at her, she's jaundiced, she's severely distended, she's bloated, she needs antibiotics, she needs to be admitted, she's severely hemorrhaging from uterine cancer. And I said, they deliberately accelerated that cancer. Dr. Clark Andelin did that, lied to me, said he was doing a biopsy. Instead, he did a frickin' ablation and fused the cancerous endometrium lining to the uterus and turbocharged that shit, making it rapidly, it's metastatic, but it doesn't metastasize at the slow normal rate, where it takes years. It was throughout my entire lymph node system. He did that in September of 2015. By March of 2016, I still have it, big, huge swollen lymph node that you can see on my back. I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Stage 4 is determined by wherever the cancer originated, how far has it gotten past that point. By the time I got to Arizona, it was in both sinuses. My face was bloated. I have a scar right here, though you're not going to be able to see it with this camera, from an abscess that formed around my pharynx and up into the roof of my mouth. I've got pictures of the big open wound that actually went through the top of my teeth, through my gum. where that abscess that was there came to a head. Extremely painful. Anyway, that year between Missouri, Florida, 2 ER visits. Within a week, I got admitted to the hospital through the ER twice in 1 week. The second time was within an hour after I was discharged from Orlando Regional Medical Center, where my employers and my ex-boyfriend's father was a hospital board member. HG, nicknamed Butch Cronin. His son, C. Chad Cronin, JD, was my employee. He swore me in, and I didn't apply for a job. He just said, raise your right hand. I have to swear you in and immunize you, so you can't be subpoenaed to testify against me or my clients. And he used me on cases, including sealed child abuse cases. He was a DNC. I'm not going to go into all his accolades, but his father was running the scams with convicted fraudster Florida Governor Rick Scott, Trump's Trump Care advisor. And Cuomo. Cuomo's one of Trump's New York real estate attorneys. And Byron Brown, the Weinbergers. There's all of these, all of our politicians in both major parties are CEOs, oligarchs, or stockholders. The corporations are committing these fraud scams to make their stockholders happy, and that includes cops. These police unions own stock in all of the Wall Street big businesses. That's why they act on their behalf. They're slave patrols. There's no difference between our government. And what's more, United, and there's a separation between the marketplace. The Affordable Care Act basically makes United Healthcare, Centene Corporation, Catholic Health, all of the insurance companies, and all of the big healthcare provider monopolies like Catholic Health, it's now called Common Spirit Health, Banner, Tenet, Honor Health. Honor Health has the Virginia G. Piper Cancer Treatment Center network. She's Barry Goldwater's youngest daughter. The Wikipedia is false. It is not Peggy Goldwater. It's Virginia Galvin Piper. Now, she was married 3 times. She used to be Carol McCain, John McCain's first wife. John McCain took over Barry Goldwater's seat in the Arizona Senate when he died. I have her on audio. I dated John McCain before he ever met Cindy. No, she was married to his ass. She walked with a cane, or walked with a crutch. She limped because told me about how she got hit by a car. That's Carol McCain. That's why John McCain left her, because she wasn't a size 0 anymore. After that, plus having kids. Shit, he didn't even treat his own women right. If he's going to mistreat his own wives, what the hell do you think he's going to